offensive foul against Trinity Burdine. And here comes Iona now. Tavon Sledge had 7 assists in the win against Loyola. Armand back to Tavon on the right angle. Goes cross court to Momo Jones, front of the Siena bench. Siena in there, 2-3 zone. Sledge bounce pass. Ridley turnaround jumper, good from the free throw line. And Iona on the board with a 2-0 lead.
The Saints need to know that Taj has that 15, 16 foot touch from the high post.
Full court pressure for Iona after the bait basket, and a steal by Tavon Sledge. Reverse layup, no, but he got fouled on the play. And it might be Burdine's foul again. Tavon Sledge will get a couple of free throws for Iona after the steal and the reverse layup attempt, and Burdine with his second personal foul.
And then tried to be flamboyant after that call. John Gaffney just looked at Burdine and said, don't give me any back talk. I got yelled at by Rick Pitino for 2 hours yesterday. You think I'm taking your stuff?
Not at all. I heard Rick had a pretty good battle there with Gaffney. First free throw by Sledge was short. He'll get one more. And the second one on the way, good. And Iona off to a 3-0 lead, not even 90 seconds into the ball game. Again, the pressure from Iona in the backcourt. Pool able to get it this time. They go backwards. Rich Adu in the game from Canada, replacing Burdine on the bench with 2 very early fouls. Evan Himes for Siena, picked by Anasicki. Long straight on 3. Good by Himes to tie the game.
He has struggles at times, but there's also times where Himes could get very streaky offensively.
So we're tied at 3, just over 2 minutes gone by. Here's Momo Jones, really the first touch for him. That'll change before the afternoon is over. Here's Ridley at the free throw line. Right side Momo. On the way, 3, too strong. Rebound taken off by Anasicki. And Siena up court. Here's Himes dancing across the midcourt line. One bounce pass to Anasicki, left elbow. Corner now, Poole. Three-pointer side rim, no good. Nice rebound by Ridley. Tipped it to himself for Iona and sends Momo Jones down that right side. Momo cuts in the middle, spins, penetrates, short float, good. And Iona has regained a 5-3 lead.
When he can't get it going in the half court, Momo great at getting himself going in the full court.
Rich Adu in the backcourt, pressure there, and the steal by Sledge. His second steal bounces to Momo, his second basket, and a timeout by Siena. 7-3, and it's very obvious the same. Two very early fouls, so things not going well for Siena in their season finale. Pressure for Iona in the backcourt. They're able to inbound to Rob Poole. Now he's got Momo Jones to contend with and gets across the midcourt line barely. Poole up ahead on the left side to Silas, now in the hands of Himes along the left sideline. Poole, left wing, deep 3, good.
See, that's where he's comfortable. He's not comfortable bringing the ball up against defense, but he can do that.
7-6, Iona quickly down court, but the reverse lay-in missed by Armand, and the rebound by Rob Poole. And here's Himes across the midcourt line. Goes to Adu, loop down low, Anasicki, and Anasicki called for the offensive foul as he pushed off against David Lowry.
Yeah, holding him off like an offensive lineman there in football. Good job by all 3 officials blowing their whistles simultaneously.
Got to watch Anasicki. He left the game Friday against Marist with dehydration and had to stay in the arena 2 hours after the game ended to get IV. Here's Armand, 3, catch and shoot, no good. Rebound by Anasicki. Leading rebounder in the MAC conference, and here's Himes. Goes to Anasicki, fires it left to Rob Poole. Now back to Anasicki, penetrates, knocked away by Lowry, taken off by Momo Jones. 3 defenders back. Momo all by himself, missed it. Rebound by Ridley, underneath the basket. He's got no angle for the shot, and he feeds out instead to Sledge, who will bring it back for Iona.
Smart move. The Gales were about to get called for a 3-second violation. Good job by Tavon.
Iona leading by 1, 7-6. Here's Sledge. Right side, Armand. Right corner, Momo Jones. Penetrates, moves closer. Jumper, side rim, no. And Silas with the rebound for Siena. Gales lead by 1, 4.5 minutes gone by. Evan Himes back of the arc now. Adu, front of the Iona bench. Goes back up top now to Himes. Adu again with the ball. Anasicki setting a screen. They keep it on the perimeter. Himes. Now Rob Poole, very tempted by a 3. Goes down instead to Silas. And Silas gets fouled by Sean Amon as Iona's defense lacks as Silas got free down that right baseline. And Silas
only Bill Parcells walks into the gym to catch a Siena practice on a Saturday morning. Everyone in the gym looking at each other. as Silas's first free throw goes and ties it at 7. Everyone's looking at each other like, is Bill Parcells really in the building right now? He looks over, he says, "Hey, what's up, Coach?" Bill goes, hey, Odie, how you doing, buddy?" And he sat there and he watched the practice for 2.5 hours, spoke to the team, and Mitch Bonagoro, coaching staff, didn't even know he was coming.
Second one by Silas, no good, so we're left at a 7-7 tie. Taj Ridley for Iona to Armand for the Gales. Sean cuts to the left, goes back to Ridley, now down under David Lowry. He's got the touch, low block, spins off Anasicki. Shot no good, rebound tipped around Silas, getting it for Iona. Good move by Lowry, but he couldn't finish the deal. Here's Himes, straight on 3, looking for a second one, no good. Rebound taken on the run by Momo Jones. 7-7 ball game. Jones to a driving sledge, one more pass, Lowry, and he scores over Rich Adu, and Iona back by 2.
That's what David Lowry can do so well. Soft touch around the rim.
Rob Poole, 9-7, Siena trailing by 2. Adu in front of the Iona bench, picked by O.D. Anasicki. Here's Poole to Anasicki, turning at the free throw line. Outside Adu, 3 on the way. No good. Lowry pulls in another rebound. And here's Tavon Sledge for Iona. Stutter move back of the arc. Gives to the trailer Armand. Further left now to Momo Jones. And he'll loop back in the middle to Tavon Sledge. Iona about to make their first change. Trey Bowman will come in. At the free throw line, Armand. Good ball movement. Goes to Momo. Crossover dribble on Adu. Tried to draw the foul. Got bumped, but no call. The air ball was rebounded by Ridley, but he, in turn, stepped out of bounds on the end line there to give it back to Siena.
Tim Cluse, who sometimes gets frustrated when Momo tries to flop and draw those fouls, actually thought he got fouled that time on that perimeter take. He might not be wrong.
Momo flops all year, and more often than not, he's gotten the call from the officials. Here's Adu breaking Iona's pressure, driving all the way down, but lost control of the ball right at the crucial part of the court underneath the hoop and let it roll out of bounds.
Well, turnovers, and more turnovers has been the Saints' problems when you look at a lot of the losses and a lot of the box scores this season.
How about 7 turnovers in not even 7 minutes so far? Davis Martin's in the game, playing much better, number 21. He'll be driven on by Lowry for the short bank is good by David Lowry. His second field goal, and Iona with a 4-point lead, 11-7. Here comes Siena. Martins from the left wing, easy pop, bottom of the net. But Davis Martins out of Germany. 11-9, Iona by 2. Momo Jones finds Bowman deep on the left side. Back up top to Momo, high post it goes to Lowry. Push right to Ridley, 3, no good. Rebound by Bowman, tries to save, could not, out of bounds. And Siena will get it back. Good effort by Bowman, just couldn't hang on. Fingertips not quite long enough.
Ridley not hesitating that time to let it launch from the perimeter. And once again, we see full court man-to-man pressure by Iona.
13 minutes to play, first half. Rob Poole in the backcourt to Himes. And Himes will bring it up across the midcourt line with 2 to spare. Working on Trey Bowman. Martin setting a screen at the high post. Himes still with the ball. Now to Poole along the right. High post it goes to Martins down low, Anasicki. And Anasicki fighting on Ridley. Foul on the play will be called against Taj Ridley. And that will be Iona's first team foul.
Well, I'll give you the good and the bad, Garrett. The good is that O.D. Anasicki's taken more than double the amount of free throws than any one of his teammates. 178 on the season, which is obscene. He's great. He's a low, down low. Great at drawing fouls.
But he can't shoot them.
But he shoots 52%. Of course, the broadcasters jinx that one right on the money. But he only shoots 52% from the line. So that obviously has been an issue for the Saints as well offensively this year.
But he has been an absolute warrior for this team. And just too bad for him. His final 3 years have really been not too many wins. Second free throw, no good. But they might have called a foul line violation. They did against Iona. So Anasicki will get another opportunity. What is this, the old NBA 2 to make 3? 3 to
That's
make
right.
2? Yeah. Iona leads by 1. Anasicki tries again to tie. Free throw on the way. Good on the second opportunity. So 11-11 here at Iona. The season's finale. Gales locked in as either the 4 or the 5 seed. So it's the 4-5 game for Iona opening round, no matter what they do here today. Here's Lowry back at the free throw line. Will drive on Martins, penetrates, and the bank with the right hand is good. Nice touch by Lowry. 3 of 4 from the field, and Iona back by 2, 13-11. Here's Anasicki dribbling the ball himself, chased by Lowry. Kickoff goes to Martins, passed up a jumper, and then airballs it on the short shot, and also a pushing foul against Siena. Martins, no confidence in what would have been like a 10-footer, and then ended up airballing it. The play turned into a mess, and a foul called against the Saints.
Well, you talked about monitoring Anisicki, and he's out of the game right now. Mitch Bonagoro was actually very upset at the scores table before, saying, I called sub, and they did not allow it. He was at the table in time.
And that's 2 on Anisicki. Wow. By far their best player.
And didn't want him in the game at that time.
So Anisicki and Burdine, each with 2 fouls. Diggs McCoybu for Iona. They go down to Lowry, but the ball knocked away, intercepted. Adu finally gets it to Himes, now to the corner Poole. Return to Himes on the ankle, and now Siena will settle into the half court. Himes cuts to the middle. Siena as a team only averaging 59.6 points a game. Iona over 80. So 2 different styles. Here's Silas. Tries to back in on Lowry, knocked away by David and taken off by Momo Jones. Gales by 2. Shanaman for Iona. Goes to Lowry at the high post. Bounce pass, baseline, McCoybu lays it in. Nice setup by David Lowry.
He can do that better than your average forward at this level.
15-11. Gales back by 4. As Himes will bring up. Now Rob Poole around a pick for Martins, goes to Himes, left sideline. Man-to-man Iona here. Himes watched by Momo Jones, cuts in the middle with a pass to Adu, turning on McCoybu. Bounce down low, Silas, backing in on Lowry, turnaround, bank good by Emo Silas, nice shot. 15-13, Iona by 2. Here comes Momo, crossover dribble on Himes, can't penetrate, and will back up. Pass to Bowman, who was not looking for a moment, but caught it before it bounced by him. Here's Bowman spinning at the free throw line, decides to dump back to Momo along the right sideline. Pick waiting by David Lowry. Here's Momo around that screen. Jumper, good. 3-pointer by Momo Jones.
He wanted a 4-point play there, and Gaffney telling Momo to cut it out right now.
First Iona 3, and the Gales now by 5, 18-13. Pushing foul by Trey Bowman along the sideline. Brings to a stop of play and to another media timeout. 10-10 to go, first half. Iona 18, Siena 13.
And the officials just confirmed he had the toes behind the arc.
So it is 18-13, Iona leading, 10:05 to go first half. Evan Himes for the Saints. One bounce pass to Martins, back of the arc, carries left for one dribble. Now goes to Burdine, who's back in after 2 early fouls. Here's Rob Poole rimming out from 3. Silas and Ridley battle for the rebound, and it's out of bounds and will belong to Siena, so it's off Ridley somehow on the rebound. So the Saints will get to inbound again. Evan Himes to the right of the basket, near the corner. Burdine right off the inbounds pass, missed a 3, and the rebound taken off by Armand for Iona down that left side. Trey Bowman back to Armand, stops, 3 ball, short, continues to struggle. Martin's got the rebound, and here's Little Himes at the free throw line. Thought about lofting from there, but backs it up, and in fact caught his own pass off a deflection. Now Poole for 3. Side rim, though, batted around. Martins put it up. He got fouled by McCoybu, and Davis Martins will get a couple of free throws after the personal foul by Diggs McCoybu. McCoybu, one of the 4 seniors, honored before the game, along with Ridley and Momo Jones, and Curtis Dennis, one of the 4, at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Free throw good by Martins, and it's 18-14, Iona.
Tell you, he only has averaged about 9 minutes a game per season. Martins has been very active here in the first half for Mitch Bonagoro.
He's been great as of late. Last 3 weeks for Siena, shot no good. Rebound by Ridley, so he made 1 of 2, and Iona with a 4-point lead. Momo Jones, back of the arc, goes to Curtis Dennis, and then back to Momo Jones. Momo between the circles, pick waiting by Ridley. Momo faking left, going right, open for a 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, Silas for Siena. And here's Himes with speed, advancing to the left elbow, foul line jumper. Himes wouldn't go. Rebound, however, by Burdine, missed an easy one. Rebound loose on the floor. Martins flips it up with the right hand and scores.
Gales coming right back at you.
Here comes Momo Jones. Iona's lead cut to 2, 18-16. Ridley at the free throw line. Stumbles, traveling. Lost his balance. Gets called for the turnover, the fourth against Iona.
Thought he had a clear path on the drive from the top of the key. The Saints did a good job cutting off the driving angle. Ridley was not able to regain his footing.
Not a lot of intensity from either team, and the crowd very quiet too. 18-16. 8.5 to go. Of course, everybody starts 0-0 at the MAC tournament. Starting Friday with the play-in round, then Iona plays Saturday, amongst others. Foul line jumper, Martins is an air ball and goes out of bounds. So give it to Iona. Siena now 5 of 16 from the field. Iona 8 of 19. Iona 1 of 7 from three-point range. Himes out of the game. And a walk-on by the name of Chris Lepahan, who's played very well. Chris Lepanin, 6-foot freshman, walk-on. Getting some playing time for Mitch Bonaguro. David Lowry spins away from Martins. Now a little one-on-one. Spin by Lowry with the left hand. Off balance, no good. Rebound, Ridley up and in on the follow-up. Taj Ridley with his second basket.
Ridley battling, making up for the last couple possessions. Bonaguro very upset on the sidelines. And here's the Gales extended 1-3-1 zone with Lowry up top. This is tough.
Lepanin, bounce pass goes to Martins. The drive, the pop from the free throw line. Front rim, no good. Fell off short. Lowry tipped the rebound. Up ahead, here's Momo Jones blowing by Adu. Blocked off the glass by Silas. So it's going to be a foul and a goaltend. The basket by Momo Jones, who almost ended up in the lobby there. And then Emo Silas. And Momo Jones, a very familiar spot for him, the free throw line. 87% on the season. One of the leaders in the nation, free throw good by Momo, and he's got 10 points already. His final home game, he would love to get a 30-plus effort this afternoon. 23-16. Rob Poole, Iona by 7, now to Himes. Into the forecourt, David Lowry there. Bounce pass on the left to Dew, back on the angle to Himes. Now in the hands of Martins, back to Himes. 3 on the way, no good. A lot of threes by Siena. Batted out of bounds, and it's going to be called off Momo Jones.
We're going to get an overruling here.
Some oohs and ahs from the crowd, and now the officials change the call, and the crowd cheers. So the Gales get it back. Say a lot of threes by Siena so far. 2 of 9. And Iona 1 of 7. So aerial shooting not on so far. Iona leads by 7, about to hit the 7-minute mark. Tavon Sledge back in for Iona. Goes cross court to Dennis. Further left now to Momo Jones. Pick waiting by David Lowry. Lowry instead gets the ball back to Momo. Quick baseline drive underneath the basket. Right corner Dennis. 3, good. On the line drive by Curtis Dennis.
That's his specialty, that 3-ball line drive, especially when he's hanging out in the corners.
And Iona has opened up a 10-point lead now, largest for the Gales, 26-16. 6.5 to play. Evan Himes for Siena. Quick burst and flip on the left to Adu. Himes up top, the little point guard. Adu again on the left. Adu tries to find down low. Anasicki with the ball. Top of the key, Himes will drive over Dennis. Blocked from behind by Dennis. Out of bounds. Clean block by Curtis Dennis. Still belongs to Siena, but only 8 on the shot clock now.
Terrific help side defense and timing by Taj Ridley that time.
8 to shoot. They inbound Adu for 3. No good. Follow up by Davis Martins, who skied over Momo Jones for the putback. Martins with 7 points already, and it's an 8-point Iona lead. About to hit the 6-minute mark. Tavon Sledge. Double high post Iona goes around Ridley's right elbow. Dennis again. 3. Good. 2 for 2 for Curtis Dennis.
At literally the same exact spot.
11-point lead now for Iona. Evan Himes crossed the midcourt line, watched by David Lowry. Himes dribbles left elbow. Open underneath Anasicki. Hesitated for a moment, but got fouled on the play. Anasicki hesitated. That probably cost him a chance for the dunk, but he'll get to the free throw line anyway. Curtis Dennis gets called for the foul against Iona. And Anasicki, 53% shooter. We talked about that. Made his first two, his only 2 points of the game. Anasicki with only 2 rebounds, with 11.5 average in rebounding. 2 early fouls on him. Anasicki on the line, free throw, no good, back rim. It's funny how good you look on 2 free throws. You always end up shooting around your average. If you're a 50% shooter, things tend to even out. Anasicki for one more. The second one by OD is good. He's made 3 out of 4. 3 points for Anasicki, and Iona with a 10-point lead. 29-19. Momo Jones for Iona. He's got 10 so far, average of 23.4. Momo gets it back at the free throw line. Ridley thought about a straight-on 3. Loop down low, Lowry, right lane. Spinning on Anasicki. Gets some help from Martins. Double team, so Lowry able to get it to Tavon Sledge. 8 on the shot clock. Tavon dribbles back of the arc with 4 to shoot. He'll drive. Throws it behind Ridley. He might have been able to lay it up and in, but he threw it behind Ridley to the Siena bench, so Iona comes away empty on that possession.
And Tim Cluse is just telling Tavon, shoot it. You penetrated with 5 seconds. You were on the blocks with a lane with 2-3 seconds. Take the shot, take the floater.
Don't think Ridley was even ready for the pass attempt.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go. 10-point Iona lead first half. Evan Himes picked by Davis Martins on the right side. Himes now double team. Ball deflected away. Lowry the steal. Up ahead to Dennis. One man back. Dennis scores. Curtis Dennis, 8 points coming off the bench for Iona.
He's been terrific offensively for Tim Cluse.
31-19 Iona. 4.5 to go. Davis Martins into the forecourt. Hands to Rob Poole. Siena now with 9 turnovers in the first half. Anasicki bumping into Ridley. No call. Anasicki scores. That's his first field goal after 3 free throws. 31-21. Dennis down low. Ridley short bank. Right back for Iona. Third field goal for Taz Ridley. 33-21.
That's how quick the Gales get into their offense in transition.
About to hit the 4-minute mark. Evan Himes along the left, watched by Lowry. Lowry now working on Martins. Himes picked up by Dennis. Himes goes cross court to Poole. 15 on the shot clock. Another 3. Poole, no good. Rebound taken off by Momo Jones. Turns up court quickly. Momo head of the free throw line and then gets intercepted by Trinity Burdune, who came back and stole the ball. Here's Himes running the other way. Falls down at the free throw line. Travel. I don't think he slipped. I think he just tripped.
He's going too fast. He's going 99 miles an hour.
And another turn.
Downtown.
Iona leading by 12, and the Gales have the ball. David Lowry will give to Momo Jones. Back to Lowry. Lowry playing a little bit of point guard here, which he did earlier in the season at 6'8". Now he goes underneath the basket after helping to bring the ball up. Armand, Momo around to pick, right elbow. Here's a jumper by Momo Jones. Fell off the rim. Rebound, however, put home on the follow-up for Iona, who Gales add to their lead. It's now up to 14. Taz Ridley's 4th field goal. He's got 8. Ridley attacking the offensive boards. 35-21. Anasicki for Siena. Dribbles out of a double team. Now to Poole. Evans, they work it around left side. Burdine. Evans lets fly. 3-ball. Again, they continue to miss. Lowry with the rebound. Dribbles himself up court for Iona. Cuts to his left. Goes to Ridley. 3-pointer. No good by Ridley. Anasicki's got the rebound. Swinging the elbows. We go the other way. Down that left side, Trinity Burdine on the baseline. Silas, reverse layup, too hard, no good. Missed it. And we had a foul. Anasicki picked up his 3rd foul. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That is a tough one with still 2.5 remaining in the first half.
All because of that botched lay-in, which kept the ball alive, and Anasicki apparently elbowed somebody. So 3 fouls. He is done for now. And again, by far, he is their best player, O.D. Anasicki.
Yeah, done for the half. Mitch Bonagoro staring down John Gaffney along the baseline.
35-21, baseline Lowry. One more pass. Missed on the putback by Ridley on a beautiful one-bounce pass in the lane by Lowry. But Ridley couldn't convert that one. Here's Evan Himes bursting to the left elbow. He'll stop there. 2-3 zone, a loop pass over the head of Martins and right to Tim Klose on the Iona bench. With a big smile, another bad turnover against Siena. That is now 11 in the first half.
That's why he commits nearly 4 turnovers a game, Himes.
Under 2 minutes to play. First half, Iona by 14. Momo Jones cuts right wing, off balance, bank, no. Follow up by Ridley, wouldn't go. Finally, Martins comes down for Siena and will bounce it back to Himes. Across the midcourt line, Evan Himes. Chased there by Lowry. What a mismatch. Lowry almost got a hand on it. Now Martins will drive, runs over Ridley. Offensive charge. Second charge called against Siena, and the second one taken by Taj Ridley.
You know, the Gales have opened it up with the 14-point lead, but Siena has not helped themselves or done themselves any favor. They're not jump stopping. They're not pass faking. They're not taking care of the basketball in the half court. Most importantly, they're not getting shots to drop right now.
This is the 100th meeting all time between Iona and Siena. Gales with the advantage, 52-47. Here's Momo Jones along the left going for Armand. Free throw line, Ridley. Bounce pass underneath. Lowry blocked by Martins that time with a clean pick. Off the attempt by David Lowry. Here's Himes. Lead pass, Silas catches underneath the basket, then lost the ball and taken back by Curtis Dennis. Rolls ahead to Armand. No field goals in this first half for Armand. Gives to Momo Jones. Up we go to Dennis. Another 3. That one he missed. Rebound, Armand in the lane. Gets it back for Iona as we're under a minute to go and a new shot clock for the Gales, leading by 14.
Rebounds everywhere for the Gales. That's where Anasicki on the bench affects Siena.
Momo Jones inside the midcourt line. Looking back at the Iona bench. 15 on the shot clock. 33 in the game clock. Here's Momo. Goes left side. Another 3. Dennis! Curtis Dennis, 3 of 4 now from behind the arc for 11 points. And Iona with a 17-point lead, 38-21.
Dennis on fire these first 20 minutes.
So a big, big lead for Iona. 9 seconds to go. Evan Himes just inside the midcourt line. Cuts to his left. Himes met there by Dennis. 2 on the clock. At the buzzer. No good by Himes. Didn't even touch the rim on that desperation shot. And there you are at the half. Iona with a 17
and go to the NCAA tournament, but they win out here. They go on a big run. As you know, the wild world of CIT, CBI, NIT, and what about the year me and you had 27 home games here?
Second half underway, and Tash Ridley with the foul line jumper.
It's never going to end. We were announcing here on April 1st or March 29th.
The games were fun. Granted, it wasn't the NCAA tournament, but you want to keep on playing. Ridley now with 10, and Iona with a 19-point lead. Underneath the basket, Anasicki had it knocked out of bounds by Taj Ridley, and it's still Siena ball. So you never know. But when you get into those CBAs and CIT tournaments, we're also dealing with finances. So, you got to pay for games to play.
Charter flights to Tennessee, Santa Clara, flying out here.
Rob Poole with it for Siena, and the Saints suffering through another long afternoon. Silas low blocks, tries to back on Ridley, knocked away, stolen by Tavon Sledge. Fast break Iona, 3-on-2. The trailer, Armand, his first basket of the day. Sean Armand getting on the board. And Iona with the first 4 points of the second half, lead by 21. They have doubled the score, 42-21. Himes has to back up on the double team now to Berdine. Across the midcourt line, driving underneath as going up Silas for the dunk, and he got clobbered along the way. And Emo Silas will get a couple of free throws for Iona. Foul called against Sean Armand. So Emo Silas on the line for a pair. 50% in limited activity from the line. First one no good, off to the right. Remember when Siena used to be like the best free throw shooting team? They never missed.
Especially when it came down to sealing games at the end.
Second free throw missed again by Silas. He went 0 for 2 from the line. And the Gales get it back up 42-21. Looks like a rare laugher developing here for Iona. Played so many close games. David Lowry with the ball on the perimeter. Lowry will drive now, gets underneath, and gets called for traveling. Ran into a double team, and Lowry tried to change direction and gets called for the turnover. And Siena will get the ball back. Second half just underway, 18 and a half minutes to go. As Iona working on their second straight win, looking for the sweep over Siena this year after a much tougher game up in Albany, which Iona had to rally with an 11-0 run to win 66-62. Evan Himes, down low, Anasicki. Anasicki turns, gets fouled on the play. Ridley and Lowry both there, and the foul called against David Lowry.
And that's how much space Anasicki takes up there when he seals into the paint. He just attracts multiple defenders there, especially when he gets 2 feet in the paint along the blocks.
Rakeem Brookings continues to be out for Siena, their talented guard. Second top scorer on the team, 11.9. Back issues. Don't know if he'll be available for the tournament as Anasicki makes the free throw. 4 of 5 from the line. 1 field goal for Anasicki. Not the most prolific scorer, but he averages a double-double, 12.8 points, 11.5 rebounds. And again, with very little help. Second free throw, Anasicki is good. And the 53% free throw shooter, 5 of 6 this afternoon. First 2 points for Siena in the second half, 42-23. Down low, Ridley won't back on Anasicki, gives to Sledge, driving through the lane, and Tavon Sledge gets hacked on the arm, so he'll get a couple of free throws. Rob Poole got called for the foul. And that is team foul number 1 of the second half against Siena. Sledge, his free throw average up to 58%. 1 of 2 today, free throw no good. Just does not take a lot of time at the free throw line. Like the basketball is hot, he wants to get rid of it.
And a lot of guys do that on purpose. They don't want to think about it so long.
Does make the second one. So he is 2 out of 4 from the line, 2 points today. And Iona leads 43-23, 20-point lead. Trinity Burdine at the free throw line stops, then restarts, drives. And we had a foul against Iona. The basket will count by Burdine. And that time Ridley called for blocking as he tried to draw yet another charge, but Ridley gets called for the foul. 2 on Taj Ridley, so the basket by Burdine good, his first 2 points, and he's got a free throw. Burdine, a sophomore, 79% shooter. And that one is good, nothing but net. So a 3-point play for Siena's Trinity Burdine. 43-26, steal, bad pass by Sledge, Burdine stole. Himes stops for 3, missed it. Burdine got the rebound. He got knocked down. No foul call. Ends up to Anasicki for the dunk underneath. So that's 5 very quick points by Siena, cutting Iona's lead down to 15. Here's Sledge to Ridley, high to low, off the glass, no. Anasicki got the rebound. Siena trying to get back in the game. They're down by 21 just a moment ago. It's now a 15-point lead. 3.5 minutes gone by. Anasicki looking for more over Lowry. 2 more for Anasicki. And all of a sudden, he's got 11, and Tim Kluse has seen enough on the Iona bench. Timeout as Iona's lead whittled down to 13, an 8-0 run for Siena.
Yeah, the Saints going on. That basketball game.
That's the only blemish on Iona's home record. Now the Gales have to fight off Siena here in the second half, up by 13 still. Lowry, now Momo Jones loops to Armand, double team. Curtis Dennis back in the game for Iona, and the pass by Armand went out of bounds, or Dennis bounced it on the sideline, and the Gales with another turnover. And Siena can cut further into the lead. They're on a 7-0 run. Not even 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Himes working on Momo Jones. Trinity Burdine in front of Mitch Bonagura on the Siena bench. Rob Poole back to Burdine. Bounce pass down low. Silas double team. Flips on the right. Back in the middle. Poole. They work it left. Good ball movement. Back in the hands of Silas. Silas fouled on the play against Iona. And for Iona, that'll be team foul number 4 of this second half. Very early on. But this is a foul on the floor by Curtis Dennis, his second. So Siena will inbound underneath the basket. Evan Himes, the point guard, flips to Poole. Back to Himes, deep along the left. He'll bring back up top. 2-3 zone for Iona. Bounce pass in the hands of Anisicki. Turning on Lowry. Anisicki holds the ball with one hand. Now to Poole. Right angle, Burdine. Burdine back to Poole up top. They work it around left Himes. Now to Anisicki again. Same play on Lowry. Anisicki, though, this time traveling.
Watching that pivot foot right there. Mitch Bonagura wanted to push, but that was the right call. He started moving. That foot was going quick.
15 turnovers now against Siena. Iona has not scored for a while. Siena still on a 7-0 run. Iona's lead was 20, cut down to 13. Armand, David Lowry at the high post. He'll back in, turn, and put it up and in. Got the friendly roll. Lowry now with 8, and the Gales finally back on the board, 45-30.
They needed a bucket right there, just for the confidence factor, as they were rattled the last couple of minutes.
Rob Poole crossed the midcourt line with a pass to Himes. 2-3 again for Iona. Rob Poole on the right angle. Anisicki double team down low. They go to Burdine up top. Anisicki out to the free throw line for the ball. Anisicki one dribble. Himes lets fly. Three-pointer. Good. Here comes Siena. And a timeout by Mitch Bonagura. And Curtis Dennis. No points for Momo so far in the second half. He's stuck at 10. But he can score a bunch quickly, as we all know. Armand not across the midcourt line yet. Now he is with a pass to Lowry. Lowry to Momo. Here's a three. Right angle. No. Rebound tip from Lowry to Dennis. Back outside Armand. Underneath to Lowry. Righty hook. Good by Lowry, who's got the last 2 Iona field goals.
He's got such a good soft touch when he's deep in the lane.
David Lowry now in double figures with 10. He and Momo have 10. Dennis with 11. Along the left, Poole flips to Burdine just inside the midcourt line. Return to Poole. 3 on the money. Siena hits another one. That's the second for Rob Poole. Lead down to 11. Pass by Momo Jones. Stolen. Himes up ahead. Poole. Alley-oop Burdine to the trailer Anisicki. And it's now a 9-point game.
I cannot believe this is a single-digit lead right now. 21 4 minutes ago.
Iona led by 17 at the half. It's now 9 with 14:42 to go. High post David Lowry. Flip on the left. Dennis. 3 from the corner. No good that time. Rebound Anisicki. Here comes Siena. Crowd very quiet again. The life out of the crowd. Life out of the Gales. Here's Burdine. High post Anisicki. Outside to Poole. Can't find OD underneath. Goes back to Himes.
I feel like we're in study hall.
Gales need a stop. Now whistle away from the ball underneath. And a foul called against Iona.
I'm looking around. There's a lot of heads in here.
Game high 13 points for Siena. Down by 9 the Saints are, and they've got the ball back. Rob Poole now goes to Evan Himes. Iona switching into a man-to-man now. Himes working on Momo Jones. Himes in front of the bench, goes in the middle to Rob Poole. Cuts right a little bit. High post Anisicki away from the basket now. Tries to cut to his left, spin to his right. Shot blocked by Lowry, but it's out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off Siena. I thought Lowry got a piece when the ball went out of bounds, but maybe it was deflected again by a Siena player, and Iona will get it back up by 9. But needing some offense to keep it going. David Lowry bounces the ball back to Armand with only 2 points today. Momo Jones crossed the midcourt line on the left. 2-3 zone for Siena. They play mainly zone. Momo Jones around Lowry's right hip, faking left, going right at the free throw line. Tough jumper, front rim, and wow, what English that had to roll home.
What a jump stop pull-up there in the middle of the lane by Momo.
And really had the friendly roll off the front rim. Enough to fall home. Iona's lead back to 11, 49-38, nearing the 13-minute mark. Silas now to Rob Poole. Anasicki down low. Attacks Lowry. 2 more for O.D. Anasicki. Now with 15. Overpowered David Lowry. 49-40. Armand double team. Barely able to get it to Momo Jones. Sees an opening. Here's a teardrop. And that's 4 in a row for Momo Jones.
And that teardrop you just mentioned, Gary, that's one of the top 3 or 4 shots in his repertoire.
51-40. Back to double digits for the moment. Evan Himes down that left side. Picked by Anasicki. Himes now to the free throw line. Gives to Rob Poole on the weave. Anasicki, back of the arc. He won't shoot from there. Gets it back on a pass from Burdine. Anasicki turning on Lowry. Back to Burdine. Penetrates the lane. Underhand flip. No. Lowry with the rebound. Burdine got knocked down. Lowry across the midcourt line. Armand sets 3. Good.
That's what Iona needed. That's what Sean Armand needed. That's what Tim Cluse wanted. Anasicki getting a talking to from Gaffney for a little extracurricular activity and pushing afterwards. That's why they had the whistle, but that one woke the crowd up for sure.
Sean Armand finally hitting from downtown, and he has got 5 points on the day, and Iona with that up by 14 again. 54-40, 12:15 to go. Momo tried to draw the charge, no call. Here's Poole, Anasicki. Poole, left corner, 3, got it right back. And another timeout by Mitch Bonaguro on the Siena bench. Rob Poole with another 3-pointer, and it's 54-43 with 12.
And as you've seen all season long with this Gale team, he can put this ball club on his shoulders offensively.
Armand looping pass to Momo Jones, has to go backwards, barely avoided the 10-second violation. David Lowry now bounce pass Mukoibu back in the game. And down the right side, Mukoibu's second lay-in of the afternoon. He's got 4.
Well, Lowry's so good at that, passing out of the high post.
Lead back to 13, 56-43. Gales led by 17 at the half. Down low, touch foul, Mukoibu fouling Imo Silas. Media timeout. We'll come back. That's a foul on the floor. 6 fouls against Iona already.
Made a big-time comeback.
Siena's got the ball. They inbound Silas. That last foul against Mukoibu. Here's Himes. Iona still in a man-to-man. Rob Poole driving through the lane. Put it up. Back rim. No good. Couldn't finish. Rebound Lowry for Iona. Number 6 for Lowry on the afternoon. Momo Jones down that right side. Momo looping pass goes to Armand. Sean puts it on the floor at the free throw line. Now to Lowry. Blows by Poole. Put it up. No good. Would have counted foul. And David Lowry will get to the free throw line. Foul by Imo Silas.
God, there have been a lot of whistles today, it seems. A lot of free throws taken. Or a lot of stoppages of play.
Only the second team foul of the half. Free throw good by Lowry. Not a lot of free throws for Iona. They are 5 of 7, so doing okay on the ones they're getting, but not a lot of volume. 11 for Lowry, 1 more free throw, and that one is good.
Yeah, it just seems a lot of whistles. I guess the officials talking to fans, talking to players.
58-43, 15-point lead to go, just over 11 left. Rob Poole will bring up for the green-clad Siena Saints with their gold. Rob Poole in front of the bench, stumbled for a moment. Gets some help from Imo Silas. Now Anasicki out for the ball. Bumped into by Curtis Dennis. Now Anasicki one-on-one over Lowry. No good. And the rebound taken off by Armand. Armand the other way for Iona. Stops. Corner. Dennis. 3. Short. Rebound. Lowry. One dribble. Went for the dunk. Got fouled. Lowry back at the free throw line, but he couldn't finish, but did get the offensive rebound. Silas fouled him again. That's as close. That last play, Anasicki, one-on-one against Lowry, made the move. That could have been in the gym like some afternoon, just the 2 of them.
That's
playing.
right. It looked like a one-on-one game from the top of the key. First guy to 11.
Lowry's first free throw, good.
I'll tell you, good springs there, though, Gary, on that offensive rebound by Lowry. I go back to that first time you and I saw him at LaSalle. His conditioning, the shape he was in, there's no way that would have taken place, that play then.
Lowry, 3 for 3. That one's short. So that's his first miss, and Iona leads by 16, 59-43. Evan Himes for Siena, picked by Silas. They give Silas the ball. Poole now, Anasicki, double team, triple team. Got a shot away, but missed it, but he was triple team. Here's Bowman, the ball deflected up in the air, And Ben Parisi makes the catch on the near side. And it will still belong to the Gales. Dangerous pass there. Iona lucky to get it back.
Yeah, a lot of up and down play. You see the Saints are gambling more in the full court right now defensively.
That is the proverbial nothing to lose for Siena. In more ways than one in this season and in this game, they were down by 17 at the half. They have fought back, but still down by a bunch. Here's Iona. Armand, long three, is no good, up and over the backboard, out of bounds. And Sean Armand with just one three-pointer today. Now 1 of 6 from behind the arc. Only 5 points for Armand, who has continued to struggle down the stretch. Under 10 minutes to go. Final regular season game of the year. Final game at home, too, obviously. 59-43. Rob Poole goes to Evan Himes. Man-to-man Iona. Himes just holding. Bounce pass left side. Poole. Left baseline drive. Stops. In the lane. It goes to Silas. And Armand with the steal for Iona. Sean, stutter move, takes it himself, blocked out of bounds by Silas. Still Iona ball. Armand did not look for anybody on the wings. Wanted to keep it himself, but was blocked. Davis Martin's off the bench for Siena. And Silas sits down.
And you just look, as better as Siena's played here, it's still back now up to a 16-point lead. You need so many things to go right when you're trying to mount a comeback down 20.
David Lowry with the ball on the inbounds. Lowry just back of the free throw line. Fakes the shot, tries to feed Momo backdoor, but it was deflected. Still Gale ball with 22 to play. That was a timing play. Lowry pumped once at the free throw line. Momo took over and underneath the basket, but his pass to from Lowry was deflected. Now Iona on the inbounds, 15 to shoot. Armand, Lowry at the high post. Back outside, Armand. Picked by Lowry, 9 on the clock. Momo Jones along the left. Gale standing around, 5 on the clock. Momo, long three, short, and out of bounds, and it's off Siena. So Momo Jones coming up short, but the Saints botched the rebound, and the Gales get it back. New shot clock out of it.
And they got it deflected. Wally Rateki's calling a tip, like a block there. They're going to get a reset on the 35-second clock.
Momo Jones will inbound for Iona. Bowman has been very quiet. Trey Bowman with the ball had a good game Friday, but has not scored today. Curtis Dennis taking up his role with 11 off the bench. Momo Jones, Armand, long three. No again. Anasicki out battling Lowry for the rebound. Gale's got to get Armand to get that shot to go. It's not been on the way it normally is since the midway point of the season. Taj Ridley about to check back in. Himes, Rob Poole. Intercepted by Lowry, intended for Anasicki. Lowry eluding one at the free throw line. Bounce past Momo, there it is. Momo Jones, third field goal of the second half, 16 points.
See, now the forward guard in Anasicki steals it and then plays point in transition. That's what Lowry brings.
Evan Himes, three, nobody there for the rebound. Here's Armand for Iona. Beautiful lead pass. Bowman missed the lay-in. Rebound, however, McCoybu. McCoybu outside Armand. Here's a three. Sean, good.
Usually the shot fake without the dribble throws guys off. Armand actually likes it.
And Iona has opened it up again, tying their largest lead. 21 again. That was there earlier in the half. 64-43. Evan Himes for Siena. Rob Poole now in the middle. Moving right. Anasicki, right wing. Lowry on him. Anasicki, cross court. Martin's underneath the basket. Goes up, deflected from behind by McCoybu. Lowry, Momo Jones. Momo stops the bank. No good from the right wing. Anasicki with another rebound. Evan Himes on the one bounce lead. Lowry is back, and Lowry just swatted the ball away from little Evan Himes out of bounds. Clean play by David Lowry. Taj Ridley about to come back in for Iona. Another media.
.1 lead over the Saints.
And off the bench for the first time, Deshaun Gomez for Iona. Siena with the ball. Rob Poole deep along the right, to the right elbow, chased by Bowman. Quick pass to Martins, now to Pools. They go to Burdine along the left. Burdine in the middle to Poole. 13 on the shot clock for the Saints. Rob Poole now attacking, but a double team. Loops outside with 8 on the clock. Burdine with 5. The free throw line, Davis Martins, soft jumper. Davis Martins' first points of the second half. He's got 9. Here's Bowman for Iona. A long 2 standing on the line. Trey Bowman from the left wing gets on the board.
He could do that. Another perimeter option that Tim Kluse always has at his disposal.
21-point lead, 66-45. Rob Poole will try a 3. That won't go. And McCoybu with the rebound for Iona. Here's Gomez, full head of steam. Tip pass goes to Armand. Deep along the right sideline, in front of the Iona bench. Now we'll bring it back outside as we near the 6-minute mark. Gales beginning to play a little bit of clock each possession here, leading by 21. Taj Ridley holds it over his head. McCoybu now. Left side Gomez. Shot clock at 10. Further left to Bowman. Faking a shot, will drive, backs up. 5 on the clock. Gomez at the free throw line. 2. Armand at the buzzer. Put it up in time but missed it. Rebound run down by Trinity Burdine. Burdine fires a pass. Rob Poole. Good defense by Armand. Cut off the way to the right baseline. Underneath now. Here's Anasicki over Ridley. It's good by O.D. Anasicki. 17 for Anasicki. Lead at 19. Ridley comes back with a driving lay-in to answer right back for Iona. He's got 12.
Good pitch up the sidelines. Good aggressive setup by Sean Armand.
68-47. About to hit the 5-minute mark. Rob Poole. Evan Himes now. Waiting by Martins. Gomez guarding Himes. Now here's Martins. Bounce pass underneath. Anasicki. The bank in and out. Tough luck for Anasicki out of bounds. And it will be Siena ball again. Tipped out by Iona. Imagine how hard it's been on Anasicki the last 3 years on a team lacking of talent, but he's been one of the best players in the MAC. Himes for 3, deep left corner, good, and then Mitch Bonaguro takes his next to last time out.
Especially the state of the program and what national championship. He signs the papers, he goes a month later. Rick takes the Boston Celtics job. He works with W. Smith for 4 years.
But it worked out for Dan McHale, and he got to work with Patino at Louisville.
That's right.
18-point Iona lead, 4:40 to go. Deshaun Gomez along the left, fires underneath to Ridley for the uncontested lay-in. Davis Martins didn't see Ridley cut behind him, and Ridley now with 14.
Good connection there. Good eye communication between the two gals.
70-50. Audu back in the game, goes to Himes, another 3, no good. Rebound, Armand lets it go out of bounds, and it's off the shot by Audu, and Iona will get it back with 4:19 left. Another near-capacity crowd, great support for Iona. This season at home, the Gales will end up 11-1. Now, if they had any kind of neutral court or road record to brag about, what a year this would be. I mean, your goal is to go 11-1 at home every year.
Absolutely.
But the Gales have not played nearly that well away from home. Gomez, bounce pass, Lowry attacks the bank, no good. Martins with the rebound for Siena, and here's Evan Himes across the midcourt line with speed. Will that be a charge? No. Blocking foul called against Taj Ridley.
The way teams went on the road in this wacky league, you take 10-2, 9-3 at home, let alone. This is my last media timeout with you, Gary, so thanks for a great season here, part of the radio broadcast team, as Himes takes the first free throw and is off the mark, and then it's you and Ed up there in Springfield, Mass, but I just wanted to say a thank you to the loyal listeners of ICGales.com, especially my great friend, Mr. Edward Aragoni, one of the greatest longtime supporters of Iona basketball. I appreciate all of his friendship and support over the years here for Iona Athletics.
Did he wave?
Yes, he did.
Here's Diggs McCoybu, Curtis Dennis, deep along the left Ridley.
He knows where his paisan is at all times.
3:30 to go in the game, and Iona with a 19-point lead, 70-51. Momo Jones, quiet, Hines finale, goes to Dennis for 3. There it is again, Curtis Dennis with 14 points. 4 3-pointers for Curtis Dennis.
You love to see seniors play spectacular on their senior day.
Rich Audu for Siena. Iona leads by 22. About to hit the 3-minute mark. Audu at the free throw line. Now to Martins again, almost walked. Burdine deep along the left, didn't launch from there. Now goes back and takes a 3-pointer, almost like a set shot, and hits it. Trinity Burdine, he's got 6. And it's 73-54. Mitch Bonaguro, the beleaguered Siena coach, still standing. Arms crossed in front of his chest. They're about to go 7-23 and finish the MAC season 4-14. Play Marist. Here's Armand for 3. There it goes. Sean Armand late in this game, beginning to find a little bit of range. 3 3-pointers now for Armand. He's got 11, and it's 76-54. This is one of the few blowout games either way all season. Rich Audu, too long on a 3-pointer. Martin's out battling Armand for the rebound, and he scores.
You're right about that. The past month, it seems like every Iona game's come down to the final 2 to 3 possessions.
Under 2 minutes now. Sean Armand for Iona. Between the circles, picked by McCoybu. Diggs has played well in a few minutes today. Got a couple of baskets. Momo Jones, front of the Iona bench. Now Curtis Dennis brings back for Iona. 10 on the shot clock. Dennis with the left hand. Feeds underneath McCoybu. Double pump. Scores. Diggs McCoybu. He could be a factor in the tournament. Now that he's healthy again, after missing 3 games with a foot injury. Looks good.
Well, your top guys obviously got to do the damage, but you need role players. You need secondary help in conference tournaments. You're playing 3 games in 3 days.
Evan Himes tried to feed to Anasicki and fired it by him for another turnover. Now Iona emptying the bench. Tavon and Ridley. Tim Kluse and Taj Ridley have not always seen eye to eye, but they have developed some kind of kinship lately. Taj has been one of Iona's more consistent players down the stretch. Spencer Boateng, who is a manager, given a uniform as the shot by Deshaun Anderson is good for Iona.
And got the assist right there.
48 seconds to go, so Deshaun Anderson, who doesn't see any playing time, gets the basket, gets on the board, 80-56. And here is a 3-pointer by Rich Audu for Siena. 80-59, 35 seconds to go. Boateng in the lane, bobbled the dribble, able to get it back outside.
They want him to take
Half
it.
the crowd doesn't know who he is. The other half wants him to shoot it. Boateng deep in the right, shoots. 3, too strong, no good. Tip up, taken off by Burdine. Fast break, Siena, and the steal by Gomez, but taken back by the Saints. Hopper comes up short. 11 seconds to go, and a foul called against Deshaun Anderson will put Davis Martins on the line. So Spencer Boateng in the game for Iona, wearing uniform number 4, doesn't have a name on the back of his uniform. Let's see, they gave him an assist. They gave him an assist and a missed shot.
And that was the situation as Martin's first free throw drops, Gary, to where Tim Kluse and the coaching staff worked that out during the season about eligibility and with the athletic department and able to get him on the team and let him suit up. It's brought so much to the table. They love him.
2 free throws by Martins. That'll be the final score now. 5 seconds to go. Tavon Sledge gives to Gomez 1, and that is it. Home season over. Gales finish 11-1 in the high.